Hey everybody, Ryan here from Ryan Hockey Channel. Alright, gonna be going over the second round matchup between Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers, the Battle of Alberta, back in the playoffs again. Alright, if you have not done so already, hit that like button with a big thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that little notification bell next to it so you can be notified when I drop a new video. And also, let me know in the comments what you think about my prediction at the end of the video. If you agree with it, disagree with it, that's fine. Just let me know yours if you disagree. And if not, just let me know what you think is going to happen. If you think it's going to be a fun matchup, because I think it's going to be fun. We have some good rivalries going on in the second round, so I'm looking forward to it. So, let's get started. Alright, these teams played 4 times this year. On October 16th, Edmonton won the first matchup 5-2. On January 22nd, so they didn't play for quite some time at that point, 5-3 victory for Edmonton. And then on the 7th of March, a 3-1 Calgary victory. And then on the 26th of March, this one was a high-scoring game. 9-5 Calgary victory. Both teams went 2-2 against each other. So a pretty even matchup. I mean, definitely seems like one is going to score more than the other every night, but that's usually how most games go. Actually, that's every game. All right, head-to-head this year, Tkachuk had 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points. Johnny Gaudreau, goal and 7 assists for 8 points. Elias Lindholm, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Cat, you're not climbing behind my computer right now. No, thank you. No. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. No, you're not going behind. You're ruining my video, turd. Get the hell out of here. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Alright, in the head-to-head this season, Calgary had Tkachuk, 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points. Johnny Gaudreau, goal, 7 assists for 8 points. Elias Lindholm, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Noah Hanifin, goal, 4 assists for 5 points. Tyler Toffoli, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. And those are numbers only with him playing with Calgary, not his Montreal numbers as well. And Jakob Markstrom, 2-2 in this matchup. On the Edmonton side, as you can tell, Draisaitl had an amazing season against this team. 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points. McDavid, solid as well, but Draisaitl was better in this series against them. McDavid, 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. Nugent Hopkins, goal, 4 assists for 5 points. Evan Bouchard, Derek Ryan, and I always slip on his name, Puljujarvi, 3 points each in this matchup. Mike Smith and Koskinen were both 1-1 in this matchup. Mike Smith is definitely going to start in this series, not Koskinen, so no question on that one. Now, does he have a bad series or bad couple of games and they pull him for Koskinen? We'll see. I really doubt it, but you never know. In their playoff history, these teams have played 5 times. Out of the 4 second round matchups, this one has met the most in the playoffs in history. Now, it has been since 1990-91 season since the last time they met in the playoffs. That's a long drought for the Battle of Alberta. So their first matchup, 82-83 season, Oilers won in 5. 83-84, the following season, Oilers won in 7. 85-86, Flames won in 7. 87-88, Oilers in 4. 90-91, Oilers in 7. So, you can see a bit of a pattern there. I think Calgary has a good chance this year. We'll see what I think in the predictions, but if it goes, 2 Oilers wins, Flames win, 2 Oilers win. Pattern? But like I said, 90-91 season, nobody is playing the NHL from that season. Nobody. So, none of them have played against each other in the playoffs. They played playoff series, obviously, but not against each other. Top scorers in the playoffs so far. Calgary, Gaudreau, 8 points, 2 goals, 6 assists. That big Game 7 overtime victory goal. Matthew Tkachuk, goal and 5 assists for 6 points. Elias Lindholm, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Michael Backlund, 3 goals and assists for 4 points. And 2 others tied with 3 points. Connor McDavid, a great first round. 4 goals, 10 assists for 14 points. Draisaitl, 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points. Vander Kane, 7 goals, 2 assists for 9 points. Cody Ceci, a goal and 5 assists for 6 points. And 2 others tied with 5 points. I mean, Calgary, yeah, they have less guys with a lot of points than Edmonton does, but Edmonton had a bit more of a scoring series, where Calgary had more of a defensive series against Dallas. All right, goalie-wise in the playoffs so far, Markstrom 4-3, 1.53 goals against average with 9.43 save percentage. He was 4-3, and those are his numbers. That tells you how defensive this series was between them and Dallas. It was ridiculous. There was nights it just seemed dragged on like nobody was going to score, it felt like. Or someone scored early and nobody else was going to score again. Those drag on. But you know what? They still ended with a classic overtime seventh game. So watch it if you can, if you have not already. Mike Smith, 4-3, 2.29 goals against average and .938 save percentage. Now, I'd say in that situation, I'd say Markstrom is more the advantage in goaltending. I'd have to give it more towards Calgary. I mean, if it was Mike Smith 8 to 10 years ago, I would say Mike Smith. Easily. But Mike Smith is on the older side, and his goals against average was a bit higher. But like I said, it was a goal-scoring series. But his save percentage was still phenomenal. On the Calgary side, for injuries, Christopher Tanev, unknown injury, and no timetable for his return. That would be a loss for him, that's for sure. But they still played well without him in that Game 7. And then the other two injuries we talked about in the first video, so if you want to see those, go back to the first round series for Calgary and Dallas. On the injury side for Edmonton, same one, Oscar Klefbom, no others listed. So, once again, you want to hear more about that, go to the Edmonton video from the first round. Alright, I didn't change the title of this. It's not last playoff appearances. It's now the first round matchups, or how the results went for first round. Calgary beat Dallas in 7. It was an amazing series. 15 goals for and 14 goals against. Very tight games they had between each other. Calgary's power play has got to be better. 8.3% on the power play. Their penalty kill, keep that up. 91.7. They had 41 shots per game on average, except for that Game 7 where they had like 70 odd some shots and like 120, 130 shot attempts. That Game 7, they dominated that game. It was amazing that it went to overtime. On the shots against per game, they averaged 27.9 shots against. Now, Edmonton beat LA in 7 games. 27 goals for Edmonton, 17 for LA. So Edmonton won by bigger margins when they won. Their power play, 36.8, very good percentage right there. Penalty kill, 87.5, not a terrible number either. They took 35.6 shots per game, but they allowed 37.3%, or 37.3 on average per game. So they give up a little bit more than what they dished out, but I think that'll be different against Calgary because these two are just going to be up and down that ice and punching, slashing, kicking, headbutting, in Darnell-Nurse's case. Anybody and everybody. This is going to be a very physical series, and it's going to get ugly. And God, I hope it's a long series because it'll be fun to watch. Dark horse for Calgary, I'm going to say Blake Coleman again because he has the duty, if they're going to decide to go with his line against the McDavid line, have fun. Good luck. Note that he's not played against the best players in the league before with Tampa Bay the last couple of years. He has, but I don't think he has the amount of backup on his line that he did with that one. That was a pretty good defensive line they had in Tampa. But still, if they decide to go with him over the Tkachuk-Gaudreau line against McDavid, he's going to have a tall order to do here. Limit them as much as you can. It's not stop them. Limit as much as you can. That's the best you can do in this situation. Dark horse for Edmonton, Mike Smith. Like I said, good numbers in the first round. Very good numbers. But he is not in his prime anymore. He is definitely older. Still having good years because he has a very high octane offense from him. It definitely helps. The defense, better than they have been. But still, I worry about the defense on this team. But like I said, McDavid and Draisaitl have a good series. That doesn't always necessarily mean a whole lot. It just depends on how they can do. I mean, it's playoffs, so we'll see. I mean, there have been some guys like, look at Dominik Hasek at the end of his career with Detroit. He still was pulling out games like it was nothing. So Mike Smith could still do it. I'm not saying he can't, but that is the deciding factor really for his Edmonton team. If he can keep playing the way he did in the first round, they have a good chance. If he has a bad series, especially against a former team, hopefully he wants to play really well against them, but we'll see. My prediction, though, is Calgary in 7. Just because Calgary, I think, has a better all-around team than Edmonton. Like I said, I still view their defense in Edmonton as very suspect. And they have the wild card that is Vander Kane, who loves to just ruin games for his team in the playoffs, as we've seen with San Jose and a couple of games in the first round. He seems to always find a way to just rub the referees the wrong way. And they like to call him because he is annoying. And anybody who doesn't see that is blind, and honestly, it is what it is with him. We all know all the problems in that off the ice, on the ice. It doesn't matter. He is a wild card that you just got to deal with. Hopefully he helps you instead of hurting you. I mean, he scored 7 goals in that first round. Great. He took some stupid penalties, though. Dang it. So, hopefully that penalty kill can stop it when he does something dumb, because you know in a series like this, he's going to do something dumb. And let's be honest, if they play against the Tkachuk line, Tkachuk's going to have fun pissing him off. Really having a lot of fun pissing him off. So, we'll see how it goes. That's just my prediction. Let me know if you have something different. I'm sure all the Edmonton fans are going to have something different, and that is fine. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen in this series. If you agree with my prediction, all the Calgary fans probably do, except they probably want to see something less than 7 games. But we'll see. So, excuse me. So, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button with a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. I'm sorry, I missed the part. Hit that subscribe button, then hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop a new video. And like I said, let me know in the comments what you think. Agree, disagree, that's fine. Be civil. Just let me know what yours is. I'd love to see it. It was fun seeing previous videos that I posted. So, keep it up. I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.